Hello friends, this is Priyanka. Today we are going to solve a problem on orthographic projection. So let us first understand what is this orthographic projection. So in the question the three-dimensional object is given and we are going to draw the orthographic projection by first angle projection method. Now in this first angle projection method, front view is considered as the principal view and then there is the top view and side view. So let us first observe what is the given question. So if we observe the given question, there is the direction of x that is given. So we have to consider the front view in the direction of x. So what is this front view? So when we observe this given object in the direction of x, we can clearly see what is the length and what is the height. So we have to measure what is the length and height of this given object. So length, that is 145 millimeter, that is already given. And what is the height? So we will move from top to the bottom. So from top the height is given, that is 40. Then after that the height is given, that is 60. So 40 plus 60, that is 100, and then the base portion is having 20 height, that is the height is 120 millimeter. Now what is the width? So if we observe the width here, that is 50 is given, and at the two corners of the base the radius is, the curvature is having radius 20 millimeter. So 50 plus 2 times of 20, that is total width is 90 millimeter. Now this given problem or given object is having two sides, that is right hand side and left hand side. So if we observe, the front view is given on the right hand side of the object. So we have to plot this front view on the left hand side in the orthographic projection. So let us first draw the x axis and y axis, that is horizontal line and vertical line. So this x axis and y axis will make the four quadrants. So this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So this first and fourth quadrant are on the right hand side and the second and third quadrant are on the left hand side. That means y axis is making two sides, right hand side and left hand side. So here the front view, that is in the direction of x, is on the right hand side. So we have to plot the front view on the left hand side in the orthographic projection. Now what is the rule for the first angle projection method? So this front view that we have already decided, for this given object we have to draw the front view here, and for the front view we have to draw the length and height, because when we observe the object in that direction, then we can clearly see what is the total length and what is the total height. So we will plot here the length, that is 145 millimeter. So from this line to this point we have to draw 145 millimeter. Now we have to keep some space in between front view, top view and side view. So for that, on both sides of the x-axis and y-axis we have to keep some distance. So we will take the distance 1 centimeter on both sides and draw the parallel line to x-axis and y-axis. And so this is the line for we are going to consider for the outline. Now take the distance 145 millimeter. So here is 145 millimeter. Then we have to consider the height. So height is 120. So take this distance 120 millimeter and then project these lines. So when from these points we will draw vertical line and horizontal line. Here is the point of intersection. So this is the outline of the front view. Now remember that we have to draw the next view will be top view. So this top view is getting vertically aligned with this front view. So we will draw the vertical projections from the front view to the top view. So remember, this is the rule while drawing the projections also. So whatever we have drawn here in the front view, we have to draw the projections in the vertically downward direction from front view to the top view. Now we will move to the next view, that is here will be the top view. Then what we can clearly see when we see the object from the top. So we can clearly see what is the total length and what is the total width. So here when we project this line, this length is getting projected, so this point will be also the length. And what is the width? So width is 90 millimeter. So we have to take here the distance is 90 millimeter and we have to make the outline. So this is the top view. Outline of the top view is getting completed. Now what about the side view? So side view is getting horizontally aligned with the front view. So make the horizontal projection. So in the side view, here is the horizontal projections. Now how to decide the side view? So we can also project this top view, that is from the second quadrant to the first quadrant. So how to draw? So we have to draw in this is the third quadrant. So third quadrant to first quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant we have to split this 90-degree angle into two, that is 45-degree and 45-degree. So here is the line with 45-degree angle. So now draw this or project this line up to this 45-degree angle line, and then after the point of intersection, from that point draw a straight vertical line. So the vertical line from this top view and the horizontal line from the front view, here is the point of intersection. So this is the outline of the side view. So what we can see from the side view, that is what is the total width and what is the total height. So in this way this outline is getting completed. Now we will start to draw the front view. So front view is the principal view, so maximum work can be completed in the front view. So what is the front view? So we will move from the bottom to the top. So from bottom there is the 20 millimeter height is there. So we have to take here from both sides, that is height is equal to 20 millimeter. So we have to select the point. Then we will draw one horizontal line, so that we can say that this is the base, and that we can see, that is one side we can see the total length and height of the base we can see clearly. Now the next. So from the next, if we observe from the right hand side, there is total distance is 65 millimeter. So for this 65 millimeter, no any work is there. There is only slope. So we can just make here one point having 65 millimeter. So this is the point for 65 millimeter, and after that some construction is there. So from this point towards this right hand side there is construction. Now we will observe this construction. So if we observe the construction, after 65 there is some vertical line with total length 60 millimeter. So we have to draw here one vertical line having length is equal to 60 millimeter. So I will draw here one vertical line. Then next there is length, that is 20 millimeter construction is there. So we will select here point having construction of 20 millimeter. So just select the point only. Now again if we observe, there is again vertical construction, that is if we observe the height towards the right hand side of the front view, then there is 15 millimeter construction, 30 millimeter gap, 15 millimeter construction. So we have to select here the points, that is 15 millimeter construction, then 30 millimeter gap, and then again 15 millimeter construction. Now we have to draw the line as it is seen from the front view. So just draw here the horizontal line. So this horizontal line will meet here, that is here is the construction. Then draw here also horizontal line, and here also one horizontal line. So this is the outline. So here is the construction having 20 millimeter gap. So here we should not draw any intersection line. So just draw the So if we observe, this is our front view as we can see in the object. Now what about the next? So if we move to the top, then there is the big circular construction. So for this circle, radius is not given. So how to decide the radius? So the total length is 145. Then we will move for the length only. So total length is 145. Now this what is this length? So this length is 65, that is given. And after 65, here the length is given in the object, that is 50. So we will add what is 65 plus 50, that is 115. So 145 minus 115, that is 30. So we can say that for that bottom circle, radius is 30. So we have to take the distance, that is radius is 30. So I will take here. So here is the point, that is the total distance is 30 millimeter, and this point, if I draw the vertical line, that will be the center of that bottom circle. So now passing through this point, I will draw here one center line. So this is the center. So center we have to show always in the form of dash and dot, because center of circle, that is we are showing in this way. Now if we observe, having the same center at the top, there are two circles. So there are two circles having r is equal to 20 and phi 24. So r is equal to 20, that means 20 distance on both the sides. So we have to select here, that is the having r is equal to 20. And then the inside circle is having phi 24, that is diameter is 24 millimeter. So what is the radius? Radius is 12 millimeter. So we have to select here, that is having 24 millimeter. That is 12 millimeter radius. So from this center we have to select the points having 12 millimeter distance. Now if we observe, this bottom end of the bottom and this end of the outer circle having radius 20, that are getting attached. So we have to just attach it. Then what about the inside circle? So the inside circle exists, but we cannot see from the front, but it exists. So how to show it? So we have to show it in the form of dash. So whatever here is the hole, we can say, and it exists, but we cannot, but it cannot be seen from the front view. So we have to show in the form of this dash. Now the next is slope. So we can see the slope, the end point or this corner of this construction and the base corner of this base is getting attached with the slope. So we have to just attach these 2 points. So this is our slope. Now this front view is getting completed, or we can say maximum construction is getting completed. Now we will move to the top view. So from the top, which construction we can see? Now we will move from left hand side towards the right hand side. So from left hand side there are the curvatures. So this curvature exists at the 4 corners of the base, and radius of this curvature is given 20 millimeters. So how to draw this? So remember that there is one trick. So at the 4 corners, 20 millimeter distance, that radius is given. So now on this vertical line and horizontal line we have to take the 20 millimeter. So here I will take this. At the 4 corners we have to take the same distance. Now from these points I will draw vertical line, that is in the form of dash and dot, and horizontal line passing through these lines. So this is the point, that is the point of intersection, and this point of intersection will be the center for this curvature. Now we have to take distance in the compass, that is 20 millimeter. So this is the distance, that is 20 millimeter, and we have to draw this, or we have to complete this curve. So how to, with the help of compass we can complete this curve. So in this way we have to complete all the curvatures at the four corners. Now if we observe, there are two small holes having phi 18, that means diameter 18 millimeter is given. That means what is the radius? That is radius is equal to 9 millimeter. So we have to take a distance 9 millimeter in the compass, and with the same center we have to complete that circle. Now here the four corners, that is the curvature at the four corners are getting completed, and by taking the same center we have completed two small holes that is having phi 18. Now we will move for the next. So if we observe here as a top view, then towards the right hand side there is the circles, that is the bottom circle, and there are two top circles that are clearly seen. So how to draw this? So we have to take the projection from the front view. So here is the front view, so we will take the projections in the vertically downward direction. So here is the center, that is the center of this all the circles. So I will take here the projection. So now for the center line I will use the same color marker here. So this is the center line. Now we have to make the projections in vertically downward direction. So we will take the projection for this bottom circle. So here is the projection with the help of red marker. So we have to use the faint lines. So for the faint lines you can use the 2H lead pencil for the projections, and to draw for the drawing this construction we have to use here H lead pencil. So here is the faint line. Now for this inside circle or this circle also we are going to make the projections. So in this way we are going to complete the projections. Now how to complete the circle? So if we observe here, we have to select the middle point. Now this middle point on this total width of this top view, we can say from this middle point the rib is there, rib of the slope is there. So for this slope we will take rib is 15 millimeter. So on the both sides we can take approximately 7 millimeter distance, and we have to complete this rib. So how to complete this rib? So for the construct of this rib is getting completed up to this construction corner point. So we have to also project this construction line. So up to this point there is the rib is getting completed. So again we will project this construction line. Now it is easy for us to draw the rib. So here the total width is 15 millimeter. So we have to take the on both sides the distance approximately 7 millimeter. So here will be the rib. That is we can clearly see from the top view. Now again we can clearly see the holes and circles. So this bottommost circle we can clearly see, that is here is the section. So we have to draw the circle. Now what is the center? So this middle line is also the center line that is passing through the center of the circle. So we have drawn here in the form of dash and dot. So intersection of these two lines, that is the vertical line coming from the front view, and here is the horizontal line. This is the center line for all the circles. So we have to complete the circles by taking the center this point. So here we have to show clearly all the circles, and then we will make the projection from the top view to the front view. So if we observe on the base there are two holes that cannot be seen in the front view, but it exists. So for these holes we have to make the projections, that is from top view to the front view. So the holes are having height only 20 millimeters. So for this area or for this construction only we have to show the projection. So these are the projection for the holes. So we have to project the center, that is the line passing through the center, in the form of dash and dot, and here in the form of dash we have to show the holes. Now in the same way, if we observe this diagram, here for the construction area that is having this shape L shape, that is there is small hole that can be seen. So for this small hole that we can project from this top view to the front view. Now for this construction that is having height 15 millimeter, that it exists. So for this construction only it exists. So we have to draw here in the form of dash. So we have to show these two holes. Now we will move to the side view. So for this side view we have to make the horizontal projection from the front view and the vertical projection from this top view. So here I have made the projection for the center line, that is the center line passing through this center of the circle. So here I will extend this center line. Now what we can see from this side view, so we can see clearly that is the rib of this lobe. So this rib we have taken here 15 millimeter. So we have to make here rib, but this rib can be finished or this rib continues from the base, that is this is the base line and it is ended up to this line. That means in between these 2 points only the rib is getting exist. So now we will make also the projection of this rib. So we will make here the projection from the top view to the side view. So here up to this 45-degree line we have to extend the projections and then we have to make the projection line. So these are our projection lines. Now how to draw this rib? So this rib is getting continued from this line, this point to this point. So here is the projection of this point, that is the end point, and here is the start point. So we have to draw this rib within these 2 points only. So with the help of black marker I will show the construction. So this is the rib that we can clearly see from the side. Then also we can see the section for these 3 circles, that is this bottom circle as well as 2 top circles. So for this circle also we can take, so in this section only this section can be seen. So for this width of these circles we can take the projections from top view. So how to take the projection? So again I will project the line. So here is the circle. So we have to extend all the end points. In the same way at the bottom also we have to show the, remember while projecting it, draw the parallel line to the x-axis and y-axis. So here the projection is getting completed. Now how to draw this? So what is the diameter of this bottom circle? So here is the projection. So we will select the 2 points. So here is the end point. So I will select. So these 2 are the end points and these 2 are the inside circles. So for these inside circles we know that we can see that this r is equal to 20. That is this top point r is equal to 20 is getting attached with this bottom line. So I will draw here one line. In the same way on both sides. Now what about the inside circle? So inside hole exists, that is having 5/24, but we cannot see from the side view. So we have to draw this in the form of dash. So here on this projection line we have to draw the dash. So this is the construction limited up to this point only. So now I will draw here one horizontal line. Now if we observe the object from this side, there are two small holes on the base that is given, but it cannot be seen from the side view, but it exists. So we have to make the projection of these holes from the top view to the side view. So here is the projection and the height is 20 millimeter. We have to show this projection in the form of dash. So these are the projection of these two small holes. Now if we observe this object, then the side view is having the construction, that is the width is given 68 millimeter. So we have to take here total, this width is equal to 68 millimeter, and from that the construction is completed up to this base. So we have to draw here vertical line that is having the width is 68 millimeter. So this is the construction line. Now we have to give the dimensions to these orthographic projections. So maximum dimensions should be getting completed in the front view and top view. So in the front view we have to show this height as well as total length, and here the maximum dimensions, that is here I have shown the diameter of this inside circle. Then in the top view we can clearly see what is the circular section. So we have to show here, that is here is the radius of the curvature, then here is the diameter of the hole. So in this way, with the proper arrow we have to show this. Then this is the width of the rib. So in top view we can clearly see some sections. So we have to show all the dimensions related to it. Now in the side view also we have to show some length for this construction. So here are some constructions that is getting projected from this front view to the side view. So here we have to show this. So in this way the orthographic projections for the given object is getting completed.